So my experience at Aberdeen was extremely enjoyable. I think the best thing about Aberdeen is you really feel like you're part of a community because it is such a close-knit campus. Every building is within sort of 10 minutes walking distance. Everyone sort of stays within 10-15 minutes of the university. So it's a fantastic place to sort of meet people. And that historical campus as well is just so beautiful, and it's inspiring to walk around there every day. And I think in terms of the geography department, the geoscience department, it's just so diverse. I absolutely loved my time with all the professors, the lecturers, and all sort of the student assistants. They allowed us to really connect with a lot of the people that were on our course through field trips, and the actual content of those courses were just really applicable for real life work, and it just made everything so interesting. So I chose to study at Aberdeen because I loved the sense of community that the campus gave off during the opening day. When we went to see and sort of learn more about the course in geography and sort of the geoscience department, they just seemed very practical, very welcoming, and the actual content that was included in what you'd learn, what you'd research, and also sort of the structure of how you would learn. So a lot of it was that practical application of studying rather than too much of a focus on the theory of it all and just essays after essays. It was more, okay, so how are we going to apply this in real life, and how will you be able to develop those skills that you'll be able to take to the workplace? So just a really welcoming introduction to the uni, and that's why I chose to study there. And I think Aberdeen, it was far enough from home that I felt like I was getting a little bit of independence. And Aberdeen is such a fantastic city as well. It's really vibrant. So my geography degree has massively helped in the sort of job workplace environment. I think when you leave uni, it's all a bit overwhelming. You've just sort of studied for 4 years or 5 years if you're doing masters, and then you're into the big bad world of working. But I think it's easy to forget what you've actually learned during that time, and the little things down to problem solving or even report writing, which is obviously not enjoyable at the time, but it gives you such a good skill for later on in life. Every job is going to require a little bit of writing or problem solving, and team working as well, which is so fundamental to any job role. If you can do a group assignment in uni, you'll be absolutely fine within the workplace. And I think that's something that I definitely took away from my degree in geography. Is we did a lot of team working and group assignments, which helped you to prioritise tasks, delegate, and also just really gives you that skill with communication as well. You'd usually have to present after a research project or something like that. Okay, so I currently work for the Highland Council, and I've worked there for 3.5 years now. No, 3 years. And I started off working in the Amenities Service doing GIS mapping. So basically mapping out all the grounds maintenance that we cover in Highland, which has an area the same size as Belgium almost, so a massive large land mass. So basically my job was to collate all the previous maps that we've got and put that into sort of an easy to reach GIS mapping format, which can be an interactive way of displaying information. So that was obviously very relatable to my geography degree. We studied GIS mapping in the second year, I think it was, and went into a bit more detail in third year. So from there I went into a position as the council's climate change coordinator. So this was a very broad role looking at everything relating to reducing our carbon footprint. So I got to get involved in this amazing project, the Hydro Ness, which is a hydroelectric scheme on the banks of the River Ness.